Hey everyone, and welcome to today's Gale Force Twins episode. Today I am really excited because this is a project that we've been working on for quite some time. How long, Amanda? Months and months and months. The thing is that on social media it probably seems like it happens really fast, but it really doesn't. There's a lot of research and development and things that go on with this kind of stuff. So we have Jig Pro Gale Force slow pitch jigs. And we're so excited that we finally get to not only tell you guys about them, but we're also gonna go out and fish with them. So if you've been following along, we just ran from Chub Cay to West End, 97 miles. It took us about 130 miles of running because we stopped along the way and fished, but 97-ish miles straight. And now that we're in West End, we're gonna go slow pitch jigging with the Gale Force slow pitch jigs. My name is Emily, Amanda's behind the camera, and welcome to our channel, Gale Force Twins. Forget, we are now on Patreon, patreon.com/Gale Force Twins. So this episode that you're watching on YouTube right now aired 7 days ago on Patreon. So there's early access on Patreon. Not only that, there are exclusive discounts to Gale Force gear. So if you want an exclusive discount to these Gale Force jigs, go over and head to Patreon. We also have behind the scenes clips and all sorts of extra special content over there. Here is our trio of jigs. So the OGs will remember all three of these patterns that we designed a long time ago. This was on a face shield for lady anglers. This was on a shirt, a performance shirt, and so was that. And we have since turned it into a jig, and all this white on it, all that white is glow in the dark. First drop, fish on. That was fast. No, he's still there. He's still there. To be honest, Amanda, I know it was the green mahi jig, but do I know the grams or anything? No, I just grabbed it and dropped it because we have quite a few rigged. Let's see, do we see color yet? Oh, it's a grouper. Got a grouper. It's a grouper. Nice job, Emily. First drop, just like that, we got this nice little grouper. This is a yellow mouth grouper. I wouldn't really call this a little grouper. This is a good size, Emily. It's a nice size grouper. Don't underestimate what you just accomplished. It definitely is. You can see they've got those very yellow lips. And this meat is going to be delicious. So let's see, this was on the mahi jig right here. Nice work, first drop, literally hit bottom and, watch out Mara, and like hooked up instantly. That's typically how it is. You drop it down, they're there, they're gonna bite. We're gonna go ahead and walk this grouper into the box. Here we go. And we are in the Bahamas right now. So there actually is no, I'm gonna have to limbo underneath this thing. We should move it. We just had to get into our coffin box earlier. Oh boy, this is gonna take a minute. So we're in the Bahamas right now, and we have a lot of equipment on this boat, but I have to get into that hatch. Instantly hooked up again. We are on again, and Amanda, are you 2 for 2 on drops right now? I'm 2 for 2, but the sharks are starting to show up already. So I gotta reel really fast. I really don't wanna get sharked. I'm just gonna sit here and reel. We wanna get this fish to the boat as quickly as we can. As quickly as possible. So here's the thing. A lot of people wonder, like, how do you know what jig to use? And a rule of thumb, just a rule of thumb, is to start, you pick the amount of grams for the water depth. So if you're in 200 foot, 200 grams. We're already at wind down, Amanda. All right, we're reeling fast. We're getting this thing done. And it's it's a smaller grouper. All right, this guy we probably want to just swing him in. I'll swing him in. That's a little strawberry grouper. Strawberry grouper right there. Second fish. Got a nice little strawberry grouper here, going home with us. As I was saying, the first thing you're gonna wanna prioritize is how heavy your jig is. So if you start with 200 foot of water, you put down 200 grams, and it starts getting bit, then I would stick to that weight. Then the next thing you're gonna wanna prioritize, it's kind of like yellowtail snapper fishing. You put out different jigs, and whichever one starts working, that's the one that everybody switches to. So if you put a few out, and you see which one's working, first thing you're gonna wanna do is, let's say someone starts hooking up, you're gonna wanna ask them, okay, well, how many grams do you have? How heavy are you using? Then the next thing you're gonna wanna do is look at the shape and the color. I'm on the blue jig. This was the smaller one. This was like 150 grams. Just wanted to change it up. See if they would bite anything other than the green one. The green mahi jig. This is the blue camo jig. And they ate it. Once again, we're just gonna real quick because we don't want to get sharked. We're in 130 feet of water now. I dropped a 100-gram jig, 150-gram jig, and we got another little grouper, a strawberry grouper. A strawberry grouper in the boat. We have our second little strawberry grouper. Check out these groupers. These are crazy, fun, bright red, pinkish.
Undeniably a strawberry grouper.
Yes.
And the meat on them is delicious.
Delicious. Now here's the cool thing about fishing in the Bahamas. In the Bahamas, the regulations is 20 fish or 60 pounds, whichever comes first. However, strawberry groupers don't actually get very big, or groupers are on the smaller side. But that's the cool thing about being out here, is that we can keep all these fish as long as we stop at 20 or 60 pounds, whichever comes first. Now that we've got a good amount of fish in the box, some nice groupers, let's take a minute and talk about the technique for slow pitch jigging. So first of all, you want to make sure you're on bottom. Start on bottom. That's bottom right there. We'll lock it up, and what we're going to do is we're going to lift up, drop the rod tip, and let the jig fall on its own. Something else you can do is lift up, little quarter crank, let the jig fall. Lift up, little quarter crank, let the jig fall. But if you're going to be cranking as you're jigging, you'll eventually get a little too far off bottom, so you'll want to drop it back down to bottom. Now, if you are using your bottom machine and you see that maybe there's tunas, or maybe you're marking fish further up in the water column, by all means reel up and jig further up in the water column as well. But specifically for what we're doing right now, we're trying to get those groupers. We really want to be at bottom because we know the groupers are there. Another fish on. We moved spots. We're actually on our way to a spot that was like 8 miles away, but we had our bottom machine on and we saw something that just looked too good not to stop. Once again though, reeling fast, don't want to get sharked.
What is it fighting like?
Like another one of those groupers.
Like a strawberry grouper, or like?
Oh, I see him. We're already at color. Ooh. See what it is.
It's not a... Oh, it's a big strawberry grouper. That's one of the biggest ones so far today.
Nice sized strawberry grouper. Another strawberry grouper in the boat. And you guys see his stomach. That right there, we get a lot of questions about that. People are like, oh, like what is that big thing coming out of his mouth? And that is barotrauma. So what happens is the fish are down. It's kind of like scuba diving. How when the fish are deep below, that's where they live. That's where everything's normal for them. And then you crank up on them really, really, really fast, and they essentially can't equalize. So that's the trauma.
They can't equalize. So
into the box they go. Amanda has got a fish on.
I have a fish on this time. So fun fact, if you guys have been following us for a long time, I'll give you a little twin truth here.
Wait, hold on. Way back when in our original videos, we used to in every video share a twin truth, which is essentially some sort of either like fun fact about being twins or a fun memory growing up that essentially had to do with being.
Unfortunately, we kind of ran out of twin truths to set.
Yeah, we didn't know what to talk about at some point.
People loved them, but we were just like, what do we say? I don't know. That's all the stories I remember. Anyways, I've got one for you now. Emily is the slow pitch queen. I prefer the old-fashioned way, ballyhoo, squid, baits.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm doing right now. And well, I was reeling up. I was just reeling my bait up because we were gonna make a move, and I hooked up on the way up. So it was over here. I see color.
Oh, I think it's a
It's probably a cuda. I probably got cuda'd.
It definitely looks like a cuda.
A cuda or a king or.
It's a cuda.
It's a cuda. Do you want to just dehook this one, Emily?
Yeah, let's just dehook him. That's a really big barracuda though.
It is. Massive barracuda. We're just gonna try and dehook this guy.
He's really hooked really good though. He was not coming. Look at those teeth. Those teeth are insane. Cuda teeth are
Look at those
scary.
teeth. I do not want to be near those things. There we
you
go.
go.
All right, Mr. Cuda, you can do it. Kick, kick, kick. There he goes.
Swims
go
away.
down.
We hope you guys enjoyed coming along and watching us fish with for our first time ever with Gale Force slow pitch jigs in partnership with Jig Pro. If you guys want to shop Gale Force jigs, head to galeforcegear.com/shop. And don't forget for Patreon, patreon.com/GaleForceTwins for early access, behind the scenes footage, exclusive content, and discounts to galeforcegear.com year round. We hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. In the meantime, we hope you get out there, have fun, and stay safe.